Welcome to the Sisterhood of Sweat. It's Let It Rip Friday.
Hi, I'm Linda Mitchell, 54-year-old elite obstacle racer, award-winning fitness competitor, gym owner, and author. Welcome to the Sisterhood of Sweat podcast, where we will approach the difficult topics of life, interview inspiring guests, and bring empowerment to all. This community is a place where we can be who we are instead of who others want us to be. Let's get started.
And now, a word from our sponsors, Essential Formulas.
Believe it or not, weight management is more than simply calories in versus calories out. To achieve your ideal weight, your digestive system must function effectively. I'm Dr. Fred Pescatori, author of The Hamptons Diet and science advisor for Dr. Ohhira's Probiotics. Research has found that there are regulating factors that control absorption of calories and whether they are stored as fat. One of the most significant influences in our ability to keep fat off is having the proper amounts of beneficial bacteria in our GI tracts. These friendly bacteria help in regulating blood sugar and normalizing our appetite. I recommend taking Dr. Ohhira's Probiotics every day due to its carefully selected strains of live beneficial bacteria that work synergistically to maximize health, increase energy through better absorption of nutrients, and help with weight management. I believe that Dr. Ohhira's Probiotic is the most powerful and effective probiotic available today. Discover the Dr. Ohhira difference.
Dr. Ohhira's probiotics are available at Vitamin Shoppe, Whole Foods, Sprouts, and other fine health food stores nationwide.
And I'm going to start us off with a quote. Success procedure: run your day by the clock in your life with a vision. Zig Ziglar. And then I really love this one by Arnold Schwarzenegger. Create a vision of who you want to be, and then live into that picture as if it were already true. And today we're going to be talking about vision and having vision. And many of us don't even understand what it is to have a vision. So I'm going to spell it out. I'm going to talk about what having a vision means and how you know if it's a vision or if it's a mission. In my Bible, well, let's just go to that next. The Bible says, my people perish because of lack of vision. So you perish without a vision, because a vision is the end result. It's the seeing. You're seeing the future in your mind's eye. It's a vision. It's a picture of what could be, and what you create in your mind, you can create on earth. And I believe we can have our own visions, and I believe we can have visions that God gives us. And so it's just this whole thing of seeing what you want in reality, what you want, what your destination is, where you're going, and it forms everything else. So your vision forms your mission. Your mission is what you're doing every day. It's like the execution of the vision. A vision is just being able to look and have the ability to see into what you want the future of your dream to be. And I also think people can have dreams and visions in their sleep, which is another whole interesting topic. But it's just what your goals are for the future. And your mission is really more your why you're doing what you're doing, why your business or your mission exists. And I've been doing this group with Kathy Savage, who was my fitness coach, and now she's coaching people on branding, on their business. And I love all of the elements that she is bringing to the table. If you're interested in something like that, I'll try to leave in the show notes the link for the group. But it's been great as far as she's really bringing out, we have to do different exercises, which I think is good for any entrepreneur, to go back and do these things because we're already rolling. We already think we know what our vision is. We already have the building perhaps, or the online business, the customers, but it doesn't hurt to take an inventory of your brand and fine tune and go back and say, is this really representing the fullness, the vision, the dream of what I was looking to create? And most of the time it doesn't. Most of the time you could do 100 tweaks and tweak again, because as your business evolves, then that's going to, a lot of what you first thought, like my first mission statement at my first little gym, the Chick Fit Studio. Well, that whole mission statement has totally changed and evolved because I've grown and evolved. So your business should be ever growing. Some things will be a constant, but for the most part, it should be evolving, or even just what you're doing online, what you're doing as far as working with your customers, it should be evolving. When she asked us, let's work on a mission statement. Let's work on writing your vision. And your vision is everything to the way, the colors, the feel of your place, what you're doing, what kind of energy are people, what are they going to feel when they walk into your business? What is the result that they're going to walk away with? Why would they work with you? And just this whole package. So when you have a mission, it's all about your why. See, like I have said these things, I have said them out loud. Even my really good friend just rattled off to me what my vision was and what my mission was. And she knew it so perfectly just from listening to the podcast. But when it came to me writing it down, it was harder. It's easy to articulate. But now that I have done the work and written it down, and I am sure we will dial it down 100 more times, like it's like having a picture and putting a frame around it. You're framing, this is the framework of what you're building. And if you're building a fitness empire, if you're building something that you want to stand out in the marketplace, you have to build the foundations and do the work. So it's been just really interesting today, diving into vision. I'm very much a visionary, always have been. And mission, and being on a mission is really important if you want to reach your goals. So we've been talking a lot the last few weeks about dialing in on your why. And so that, I think, your why comes first. It's the first thing because it's the driving force. Why are you doing it? Because we could all decide we want to show up tomorrow looking like supermodels. But if we don't know, we have to have a pretty strong why to get up. And then when we don't feel like it, to push forward and work out when it's raining and snowing, to eat right when the big game day is here, to stay on task and stay disciplined. You have to have a why. And sometimes you have to dial that down. And I hate to say it, but most of the time in fitness, it's never been about people saying, yeah, I just want to get healthy. And then they show up like every day perfectly eating right. Most of the time, it's a little more than that. It's a heartfelt why. And dialing it down to see what is the real why. Maybe you want to stay young into your 70s and 80s and be fit and look fit and not look your age. Maybe you want to fit in your clothes and look like a supermodel. I don't care. It could be frivolous. It's your why. It can be about the way you feel, that you want to get up every day with zest and energy and vitality and be able to tackle your goals and, just have a positive life because you have energy rather than feeling tired and exhausted and drained. It's all intentional, because even that we have to say, why am I tired, drained, exhausted? What am I surrounding myself with? What am I filling myself up with? What am I putting into my mind and my body? Your why is your driving force. So that really, to me, it's kind of a toss-up on the why and the vision, on which one comes first. But I think it's the why personally. Some other people argue it's the vision. But the vision is very, very important because it is the framework for everything else. Because everything has to line up with your vision. And then comes the mission. And the mission ties into your why, and it's the execution of everything that you do. And having all of these three elements will set you apart, I guarantee, in the marketplace from everyone else. And actually, and no matter what you're doing, you could have a vision, a mission statement, and a why. So it doesn't have to be, you could even have that just for your own kind of manifesto. I have a manifesto in my book, The Sisterhood of Sweat Project, kind of writing down all the little tidbits of what makes you you and what sets you apart and what are all your little nooks and crannies and idiosyncrasies. And today, if you're having trouble with these three elements, I think you may be afraid of what your actual mission or your vision or your why is. You may be like, why me? Am I the one to do this? This is such a big vision. And it may feel so insurmountable, but the heartfelt vision is given to you. And God doesn't give us something we're not capable of. He doesn't give us a vision where we don't have the tools or that we can't find the resources to do the things that he may call us to do and that he asks us to do. And if you're in touch on that wavelength today, you just have to search your heart and pray, I think, and believe that what your heartfelt desires lead you to your vision and your mission, and not to judge yourself to death over whatever it is. So many times we judge ourselves over the things that we feel, the things that we think. So, I have people judging themselves when they have a bad workout one day. They judge themselves to death over it. And so I'm just going to say, you have to let that judgment out the door and that mean inner critic and that voice that wants to slam down the vision and the idea that may have stemmed from other people doing it to us. And so now we do it to ourselves. But your vision, your mission, and your why can't live in that environment. So try to just go with the flow of what you're thinking, feeling, that inner knowing and instinct in your heart, and follow that. Oh, you guys, you just don't know how that could evolve, how many people you could touch, how many lives you could change, how many things you could impact in the world just by following the vision that is yours and yours alone. I hope you guys have enjoyed this podcast today, talking about mission, vision, and our greater why. This ties into everything I've been talking about this year. Let me know how this resonated with you, what takeaways you received, and get out there and get it and live up to your vision, your mission, and your greatest why. As always, keep on keeping on, you guys. Bye, everybody, and have a great weekend.
And I hope that all of our listeners have enjoyed this podcast. And if you guys have really enjoyed this, please review us in iTunes and also share this episode with your friends and your loved ones. Thanks again for listening to the Sisterhood of Sweat.